Hi, ladies and dudes. This is Rebecca Lynn Barkley, aka Boobop 1970. This is my review for a day. And today's review, ladies and dudes, well, my friends, it's that time again for another movie review. And I'm sorry to all of you, I haven't done a movie review for a while, and since my last other videos I did is a couple more top 5 lists I want to do before 2014 will end. And I gotta think of something to get going on that animation tag when I got tagged for Animation Blitz, and she wants to ask me about these 10 unknown questions that involves animation. I will do that really soon, coming in this November, but I gotta work on some other videos that I need to get going on before 2014 will end, before I can get going on 2015. But anyway, ladies and dudes, I gotta get going on my last 5 movie reviews. And one of these movie reviews I want to do for today is I want to celebrate this movie for its 10th anniversary. And I think this movie went to #1 twice in the year of 2004. So anyway, ladies and dudes, my 42nd movie review is The Incredibles. And this is one of the best animation superhero movies of all time. And it does involve a superhero family who are risking their lives to face so many bad guys as soon as they can and try to save the world from the wrath of evil. Along with one cool superhero right there who likes to freeze things. And also, this movie is the only superhero movie that wasn't based by a comic book. I guess Disney Pixar wants to make up their own superhero story without things that came from a comic book, I guess. So anyway, without further ado, ladies and dudes, here is my 42nd movie review of The Incredibles. One of the best Disney Pixar films of all time, and I'm not sure if this movie will also qualify as an underrated film or not. But anyway, I still love this movie anyway. So, let's head on to the main plot of the story. I will say I don't have much things to say about the main plot of the story, but I'll do the best I can. It's a story about a superhero named Mr. Incredible, aka Bob, who had retired to become a superhero for the last 15 years. He wants to settle down, take a nice big break, and spend time with his family and try to become a normal human being for once and not use his superhero powers, but let's just say he can't help it. He loves his super strength suit very much, and he'd rather prefer as a superhero instead of a normal human being. And since all of his family members has great, incredible superpowers, except for Jack. Well, Jack won't release his powers until later on in the movie. And then, like, one day in Mr. Incredible's job, he got fired for some unknown reason because he got an argument with his boss, and he got so mad he just punched him in a couple of walls here and there, and he has no idea what to do for the rest of his life until, like, after he got fired and all that stuff, he got some type of envelope. It came from this woman named Mirage, and Mirage already knows who Mr. Incredible is, and she asked him to go on to some type of mission in an island and try to defeat this machine here and there, and so many stuff. So, I will say there's only a couple of questions remain. Will ever Mr. Incredible wants to become a hero again? Will ever his family find out what the husband or the father is doing for the rest of his life? Or what's going to happen later on in the movie where there's going to be a big giant chaos on the loose where the city is going to be in grave danger once again. So anyway, that's my whole entire plot of The Incredibles. And I guess you want to know is, ladies and dudes, what the heck do I think about this movie? To tell you the truth is, ladies and dudes, I really do love this movie. It's one of the best Pixar films that I ever seen for all my life. And since the first time I see The Incredibles is back at New Horizons, one of the teachers had it on, I think it was on VHS maybe? I don't remember, but I did watch this movie all the way through from start to finish. And yeah, that movie really did blew me away, and it started to become one of my favorite Disney Pixar films of all time, period, before I can enjoy my next one called Up. I will say it had a really good storyline, has great memorable characters, has great highlight moments, it has great drama, great action, great score, all the above. And I can't find one single flaw about this movie. So anyway, ladies and dudes, let's head on to my strongest points and the weakest point of The Incredibles. I will say for the strongest point for this movie is these memorable characters. There's a whole lot of good memorable characters to choose from, like Mr. The Incredible, Frozone, Elastigirl, Dash, Violet, Jack, E. There are so many good, memorable characters that you gotta check out in this movie. They are so freaking memorable in their own right, without one single flaw of these characters. And also, another good strongest point in the movie is the comedy. I freaking love the comedy. I love so many good comedy stuff here and there in this movie. I will say the two best comedy moments I will never forget in this movie is just two things. One is E and the other is Mr. Frozone. For E, she had so many cool, funny moments here and there, and she is one of the best characters out there who has such fantastic dialogue. And another favorite part I love about E is she loves to call everybody darling. It's like, hello, darling, how are you? Don't be so naive, darling, or something like that. She's a really good character overall. And as for Mr. Frozone, one of his best comedy moments I'll never forget in that movie is where he wants to find his super suit. I really love that part. That was so darn funny. I love the part where he says, "Honey, where is my super suit?" And he's going on a rampage to find where his super suit is while he was trying to talk to his wife where she is somewhere in the hallway of their house. It was so darn funny in so many ways. So yeah, the memorable characters and a couple of funny moments here and there deserve to be the most strongest points for the movie. And as for the weakest points, it's 0. I have no weak points at all for this movie. It's such a pure classic in so many ways. And now we can go on to the characters in the movie. And I will go with the 3 most memorable characters who are so darn enjoyable for me for this movie. The first one I want to mention is a boy named Dash. I freaking love Dash. I will say he is definitely, out of all these great characters for the Incredibles family, I will say that Dash is definitely the best memorable character for the Incredibles family. I mean, this kid has a really good storyline. He has a great personality, great attitude. He's such a little fast runner, just like the Road Runner from the Looney Tunes. You could say he's the next Road Runner for the Pixar characters, whatever you want to say. I have nothing else to say about Dash. He's definitely the most cutest character in the whole entire movie. And then we got Frozone, played by Samuel L. Jackson. You know Samuel L. Jackson. He's the guy who played the lead role for Snakes on a Plane. He was Mace Windu for the Star Wars saga, and most of all, he's Nick Fury from a couple of the Marvel's movies. I will say, in my opinion, this is Samuel Jackson's best performance in a Pixar movie, but also this is his first animated movie that he ever done. I'm wondering if he'll ever do another animated film and another animated movie, if you know what I mean. But anyway, for Mr. Frozone, I really love his storyline, his personality, his attitude, and he's such a great comedy relief character. And also, I really love the part where he had a big giant argument with his wife about where his super suit is. It was pretty darn funny in so many ways. So yeah, Frozone, he's a really cool character overall. But my most favorite memorable character in the whole entire movie is E. The lady with a sour look on her face. I will say E is definitely the most memorable character in the whole entire movie. I mean, she had a great storyline, she has a great personality, great attitude. She is such a cool comedy relief character. She had so many cool dialogues here and there. And I love the part when she said, "Darling." She always blows me away, and I have nothing else to say. But yep, for E, she is definitely the most memorable character in the whole entire movie, period. And now, ladies and dudes, the moment you've been waiting for, here is my final thoughts of The Incredibles. Overall, The Incredibles is one of the best Pixar movies of all time, but definitely one of the best superhero films that wasn't based by a comic book. I will say it had a really good storyline, it has great memorable characters, I love the action, the comedy, the drama, the score, has great highlight moments here and there. And this is one of the best movies that we'll never forget in movie history. And I want to celebrate this movie by celebrating with its 10th anniversary. So happy anniversary, Incredibles. You made it this far after all these years, from 10 years ago, I guess. So anyway, for my rating for 1 to 10, I decided to give The Incredibles a perfect high rating score of 10 out of 10. You better check out this movie to believe it. And there you go, ladies and dudes. That is my 40-second movie review of The Incredibles. I hope you enjoyed this movie review, and join me next time for my next movie review to come, as I do Pokemon movie number 17. And I hope I will catch that movie on Cartoon Network. And I got only 4 or 5 days away until I see it. So I hope I'll catch on that movie and do this movie review. So anyway, be prepared for my next movie review to come. I will see you all later. Sayonara!